So when I first began to prepare for CUET exam, in my early phase, I was getting really low marks, like around 120, 150 out of 250. And what I thought was the same as most of the thing, that is, I need more practice. But so yeah, I did more practice, like I did more books, I did more PYQs, I redo the PYQs which I have already done, and again gave the mocks, and the improvement maybe a little, maybe plus 10 marks now, 130 out of 250 or 140 out of 250, maybe sometimes by luck. But the improvement was not was nothing as compared to the hard work I put in. So I started to realize hard work doesn't equal to better output. Work on the exact hindrance point and the result will come better. So, and most importantly, my analysis was very poor at that time. Every problem I got, like, yeah, this question I could not do it, so I mark it as like I had less knowledge, so I need to revise again, I need to reread the chapter or something, I need to rewatch the lectures. Although yeah, I never watched lectures, that is one thing I did good, but still, like, those things I mark it as knowledge gap, silly mistakes, and done. This is called lazy analysis, where your mind is like, just do it fast, I don't want to analyze much, I don't want to use my brain, so yeah, just analyze. Yeah, this is silly mistake, this is knowledge gap, so do it. But again, if you do not identify the exact points which are hindering your progress, then you will never be able to improve. And the real problems were like sequential question processing. I was attempting every question one by one. Okay, like first question given to me like this, then second, then third, then fourth. So I was doing all the questions in this order, which was wrong. So, and also second, ego. I ego to solve all the hard questions just to prove no one that yeah, I can do this hard question also. Those were things. And then third, mind wandering. So these were the real problems which were happening to me. And at the other hand, I was again practicing the same thing, rewatching, rereading chapter, revising things, which were yielding me no output. So I fixed it by skipping questions fast and cutting off IG, social media apps, and started to do meditation every day. Although I was not much consistent, but yeah, I managed to do it. And on removing just one bottleneck, my marks improved massively. Like when I discovered that my sequential question processing was the major weight holding problem, and when I fixed that, and when I started to do those questions one by one, not one by one, but skipping questions fast. Like this is a hard one, skip. I will do the easiest one. I took up pen paper, and on the paper I wrote, like, in the starting 20 minutes I will do the easiest one, then in 20 minutes I will do the hard ones, I mean the moderate ones, and in the last 20 minutes I will do the hardest and hardest, and will skip questions really fast. And I did it, and I put the paper somewhere on my table and started to do mock on my laptop. And after the mock, the results were significantly improved. I could see the exact difference between when I used to do sequential questions and when I skipped really fast. The marks improved massively, like around 40, 50 points above. Then I realized, like, hard work doesn't matter if you are doing the work on the wrong thing. So that is one thing. So find the hidden bottlenecks and remove them, and you will see a massive improvements. So the major realization I had after that is that practice alone doesn't mean anything. Reflection plus practice is what yields the result. Everything else, no output, no improvement. Okay, and also more practice doesn't equal to you getting better. I've already stated multiple times, and also there is one more reason for that, which is the which is a very big reason that you should not do it, because you may end up practicing something really bad and get very good at it, and now it is more difficult for you to unlearn that thing than to learn other thing. That may also happen. So you need to be aware of that also. And let's come to the points where I will tell you how to actually analyze and anything in general, not just exams, but I will give it the exam analogy, but still you can apply it to anywhere in your life. The first will be avoid lazy analysis. The brain is so lazy that it really marks anything as just whatever it sees at the shallow level. Like, it sees a question which you did wrong, it will mark it as, yeah, a knowledge gap or silly mistake, and it's so easy to say it, like, yeah, it was a silly mistake, it was a knowledge gap, but really it was a knowledge gap. You have already done multiple revisions, still knowledge gap you think it was? I don't think so. So avoid that. And it is a very high sign of shallow thinking and low critical thinking. And if you have low critical thinking and very shallow thinking, you can't think into deep level, then you will literally fail in life also, not just exams. And second is work, find the root causes over symptoms. Many people just look at the symptoms which are above, like, yeah, symptom is like wrong interpretation of question, I misread the question, I misread the values given, I mapped the wrong x and y coordinates. Those are symptoms of a real problem. The real problem may be that your brain's pattern recognition is too dominant. Let me explain how. Suppose a question is given that what's the formula of magnetic energy, and you have read multiple times magnetic energy formula is this, but that formula was of magnetic energy density, not magnetic energy. And your pattern recognition was so fast and you were under time pressure that, yeah, that you bring out, yeah, this is the one, mark it and leave, mark it and go on. And now it's incorrect. Why? Because you did not put external validation onto that question. Or the other symptom may be like you struggle to solve new questions with new patterns, and you thought, okay, I need to practice this question and this question. Whenever a new question appears and you did it wrong, you wrote that question on a paper and solve it, try to know the exact solution of it, and you think this way, if this question occurs again, yeah, you will solve it. Yeah, of course you will solve it if this question occurs again, but you did not solve the main problem, which is whenever a new pattern question appears, you fail to do so, you fail to solve it. Why? Because maybe the core cause is the fundamentals are not correct, there is no first principle thinking into it, and there is a weak transfer learning method, i mean skill. You need to transfer the learning from the principles to the question and see the variations of the question given, and according to that solve the question. We need to learn how to develop transfer learning skills. You need to know the fundamentals correctly, you need to know the principles attached to that. Those are the things you need to know. And the third one, work on the root causes now. Okay, you know the cause, you know the symptoms, you know the causes. Now it's time to work on the causes you found. Now, first you need to categorize these causes into two categories. First one, which is instantly fixable, and the second one is a cause which will take some time to fix. Now, I will give you an example. Suppose you found that you are doing sequential question processing, and which is making you lose a lot of marks. So what you will do now, you can instantly fix it, because now you will say, another time I attempt a mock, I will not do this, I will skip questions really fast. Whenever a hard question occurs and it does not click into my mind, I will skip it and click to the next question until a question appears which I can do. And in the starting 20 minutes you will do so many easy questions. Now your morale is boosted, confidence up, and now you can do the moderate questions easily more than the hard ones. Then when hard question appear, you have a lot of time left, like around 20 minutes left. Now you will say, yeah, it's easy to do because I've already done so many questions. So your mind is free now, so you can do this. So this is instantly fixable. You can just attempt another mock and fix this. And there is another category which is a cause you found which will take some time to fix. For example, you found out that you have mind wandering, due to which you need to reread the questions. You need to uh, yeah, reread the questions, get your mind lost into wrong interpretation, wrong value mapping, those things. So this thing will take time to fix because this is your brain problem. What you will do, you can cut off social media like YT, IG, and start to do meditation every day for 5 to 6 minutes. If not very consistent, then just try. Okay, so you do this for a week or two, and then you can see the improvement, and you will literally see the improvements because you fixed the root cause now. Your mind doesn't wander much as before. It stays focused on the question, and you can read the question in one click and know that what the question is saying. So this saves a lot of time, and it increases your attention span and everything. Now the problem is fixed after 2 weeks. Now when you reevaluate those things, now your marks have jumped incredibly. So yeah, this is how you do things. You need to find hidden bottlenecks and which are hindering your progress and work on them one by one or like multiple times and categorizing to fixable instantly and taking time, and then work on them and avoid lazy analysis, and yeah, just keep improving this way.